Hello, welcome to another video from the Ice Bear. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share with your friends, and here we go. Hello, welcome along to this quick and dirty video. Here I am, in the garage, just doing a few jobs on the bank holiday Saturday on the Hocus Pocus. So here we are, just giving the intercooler a little spritz of black because there's a few chips in it. Nothing dramatic going on today, you know, we're not pushing the boundaries. Might get a bit sweaty if it gets any hotter than this. A couple of jobs I do have to do. New caliper on the offside rear there, so that's grabbing a bit and sticking. And I've also bought a new gear stick to see if I can change gear a bit quicker, so we'll see how that gets on. Might work, might not, who knows. Other than that, if we get time and we're not too pushed for time and whatever, we may even cut a bit of that floor out, because I do have the panel to go in. Squeaky doors. I do have the panel to go in down here. That's that small one there, and that big one, that fits underneath and gives us basically a complete flat floor. That came off Terry's burgundy Focus there, so we're thinking it should fit, because I can't imagine Ford making the floor plans any different. But you never know, they might be, so it might not fit, it might fit, who fucking knows. So maybe have a go at throwing that under, we'll see.
5 minutes later.
Okay, little update time. Got dirty.
Oh, poor baby.
Not quite. Swapping that thing over. Not too bad of a job. Them 4 screws out. Then you've got to get a little thing on this clip here, like a socket to push them spiders out, and then pop the whole thing out, and the whole thing slides, and then that pops out. So I swapped all that over. I'm now going to try, because I've got this, which is the same thread as that, I'm now going to try and get that thread tapped into the bottom of this, which is just like an old gear change lever that I've had for a long time, but I like that more than the dog dick red. So if I can get that sorted, we'll get that on. If not, we'll be back on the old dog dick, and then we'll get to throw them back in the car.
2,000 years later.
We're back in the car, and success. Coming down here, we've got the big dog dick back on.
That's what she said.
The thread, because I haven't got the right tap, it's M12 by 1.25, and of course I have a 1.5 and a 1.75, but not a 1.25. So I'll get that done this week off one of my customers or something, but for the now, we're in. And get all the gears. So now we just need to practice the old pow! Grant more gear changes there. Right, on to the next job. Okay. Taking all the rubber off the sides and stuff, and all the spray marks and everything here. I've had rubber on the roof. So, giving it a nice tidy up. Next job. Don't know where it all comes from, but all that dust and smegma and shit down there, and same on the other side, and it footwell there. We'll get all that wiped out and cleaned up. And I've also going to move that wire there. You see, I'm thinking of cutting this area of floor out. That wire needs to move, and I'll just lower it down and maybe tape it up and see what happens. Okay, that little jobbed. So I've just taped up that wire there. Used the existing clips and just neatened it up a bit, I think. Well, whether it's neat or not, I don't know, but I like it being black rather than multicoloured.
Nice.
And giving it all a clean up in there. You know, just a bit of a hoover and a bit of a wipe down. Makes you feel better about yourself, eh?
Shut the fuck up, fat man.
Okay, so nothing wrong with brake caliper, thankfully. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Give it a clean up and she's good to go. So while we were there, what we've done instead is whip the old fuel filler neck out. So take you over here to have a look. There's got to be a good ½ kilo in it at least. So got all that shit, and got to be ½ kilo in it. So every little helps and all that.
Wow.
So now what I've got to do, if I just take you under the car for a moment, bear with me a sec. Okay, so we'll have to take all my lights off, because once that panel's in here, coming across and coming down, won't be able to see them. And also I've got to, where are we? Right here. Got to drill these broken studs out of both sides. That flat floor bolts to some of them, and then it goes further down to the front of the car there. Right where that T-piece is and that other bit of flat floor. And then it covers the whole thing from down there all the way back up. Comes under the bottom arms here, and then up to the big gap we've got in the boot floor. Okay, back at it. Only just stiffened up the dampers there. Gone fully tight with them, as tight as we can. They're only one-way adjustable, so they're fully biased towards compression, because that's what most things use is that downward compression, whereas we're trying to limit the rebound, you know, the up, so it doesn't just dive up off the line. So the only option is full stiff, and we'll give it a try next time we're out and see what happens. But I managed to get like, well, just ratchet turns, like, so maybe quarter of a turn on each one, but I got 20 quarters, so which is what, 5 full turns, is it? Yeah, 5 full turns. But they're both set to fully tight now, so it's only an 8mm socket, so if there's something, it makes some weird shit happen, then we can wind it off. So yeah, another little jobbed, and we'll keep going. Well, ladies and gents, with some WD-40 and a bit of patience, we have success. Both bolts removed, big old pile of swarf, and we've now got a hole in there, and a hole in there.
Like it when you talk dirty to me.
So we can mount the flat floor. I'm going to have to remove these and pull him out on the outside of the chassis rail there, or even the sides of the flaps on the sort of diffuser bit of the flat floor. So we'll see how we get on. We'll take them off and maybe call it quits for today, because we're getting a bit late in the day, and it's time for a beer, isn't it? Hi, post-edit Big Al here. A couple of extra things I've done since making this video. Not enough for their own video, but I'll tack them on to the end of this. So, we have the Cooler Than Penguin Piss 15-inch 32 racing wheels lockdowns in 15s. Yes. And they stick out a bit compared to the old Space Saver, so it fills the arch better. Doesn't that look nice? And we've also been busy in the back here, hacking out these panels here. Yet to paint this side, obviously. And you wouldn't believe the weight that's in them, I'll show you in a sec. But also up here, cut the entire back of the boot out. You wouldn't believe how much weight was in that, to the point where now that boot, as you can see, hangs down on the left and only needs one strut to hold it up. And these are the brackets. You wouldn't believe the heft that's in these. Just bear in mind they hold the rear seat base up, so they've got to be pretty sturdy. There's some real good weight in them, so there's 2 of them and a few of the brackets that were cut out. So that should shave a few more. I mean, they're every bit of probably a kilo to kilo and a half each, which is what, 3-4 pounds, or 4 for the Americans, 4 Freedom units. That's why I may as well cut my right tit off, you know. So it's lighter and lighter, so hopefully faster and faster. And the 10 is closer and closer. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Tatty bye.